verification seeking entities. This is how it has been defined in our Act. Any entity which is willing to carry out offline verification. So this OVSE, this is a complete ecosystem which is being built. We'll tell you in great detail about how OVSEs can be registered, what is the role of OVSE, what is the advantages of OVSEs. But the entire ecosystem of OVSEs, you must have visited this stalls outside. Now these stalls are basically some of the early catchers who have done proof of concept with us, showing various types of use cases, how this Aadhaar app can be used actually on ground. These are some of these. I don't know how long innovations, the way it happens in this country, how far off they will take this Aadhaar app for usage. There will definitely be new cases which will be coming up, new benefits to my users, new opportunities for my entities, entrepreneurs, innovators, and also much more facility and convenience to the users. These words look very, very simple, but it is a fact underlying this entire architecture, entire simplicity, or entire objective is the very, very deep technology. And that technology of Aadhaar, which has stood its foundation very, very strongly for almost 1.5 decades and has always been at the forefront of technology. This technology, even today, is behind this app. We are doing authentications at huge scales today. Almost 8-9 crores authentications is what we are doing per day. It is uninterrupted, unflinching, moves uninterrupted. The transactions have been very smooth. That shows two things. Number one, our grip on the technology and the depth of technology and the understanding which we have, and also on the overall system design. And that gives us confidence that Aadhaar app, as it gets scaled up after today, is going to have much, much more usage that we can even conceive of today. It has to reach in the hands of public. And already with the beta version, what our experiences are, people are highly encouraged to use it. It was just a beta version launch. Still, there was a huge rush. People were trying to experience it. So we have launched the final version yesterday, and a lot of people are downloading it. It shows the interest. And after today, I think definitely there will be a massive increase in the usage of Aadhaar. And with the OVSE's entities also becoming or developing, it is going to multiply. Next, please. Now, this is a very, very important part of the once you start. I don't know if some of you have already downloaded Aadhaar app. Anyone? Oh, many people. That's good. Thank you. See, it looks so simple. Once you get the Aadhaar app, it looks very simple. It is a QR code. We have been using UPIs almost every day for payments, everywhere. It's a QR code based. You just show your QR code. Or if the entity is having a QR code, you can scan. Both options available. So you have to just show. Once you show it, your identity details will appear. Whatever is to be shared will appear. It will appear on the screen. So you can just show it. And at many places, even that is good enough. Like if you want to enter into airport, you have to show that this is who I am and this is what my Aadhaar says, and you are allowed entry. If you want further, another step will be share. So if you want to share, there will be a request from that whatever entity it is. So you can share whatever attributes are required, and once those attributes are approved by you and you agree for sharing, it will be shared with that entity, very clearly telling you that these are the purposes. But if the entity wants to verify you, that whatever you have shared is actually you, yourself you have shared, that also is available. That also feature is available where you can share it and verify your proof of presence also, yes, that you are the person who you claim to be. So these are very, very simple way of sharing ID information, very, very credible and authentic way of sharing information. Now, I will take you to the design principles. See this, as we mentioned, it is having a very, very basic design principles on which this app has been designed and based. And it will be great if we can all hear from our design team how this app was designed right from the beginning, how this app actually started, how it was conceptualized. So may I invite Mr. Sridhar to kindly come forward and take us through the various design aspects of this particular Aadhaar app and how we evolved into this. Mr. Sridhar.
Uh, Thank you, Vivek sir, and dignitaries. Thank you. I'll be brief. Uh, it's a privilege to be here at UIDI upfront in because design matters a lot here is what I realize. UIDI framed a bold design challenge when we started the redesign effort. How do you serve a billion users with a million journeys, supporting them with a million journeys? It is intimidating at the sound of it, but the question we faced as a design team is, can we use globally accepted or standard templates like personas and things like that and sort this out? Because of 5 to 7 personas, like an urban professional booking tickets or a rural farmer claiming subsidy, a young adult opening a first bank account. I mean, these are standard user journeys. But what we went further is we did a lot of several person months of user research on the field. We observed users, and we realized that there's a combinatorial effect of what happens. One farmer is not the same as the other farmer. So one parent is not the same as the other parent. A senior citizen is not the same as other. Their variations are because of their degree of connection, the device, their comfort with technology, their needs, their urgencies, various things. When you multiply all these factors, that's how you end up with million journeys. So that is the challenge we started with, and how do we uh, address those. So we conducted that research, and one of the recurring behaviors we observed is that when somebody receives a physical letter from Aadhaar, the first thing they do is laminate it. So what we found is that it's not just to protect it, but there is also an emotional attachment to it, to the identity. So we try to understand not just the function, but also the emotional attachment. And in fact, these kind of observations, as for example, are what guided some of the design features that you will see shortly when we reveal some of the new UI. We used a lot of AI to design. We are planning a lot more POCs to support this idea of million journeys. There's a lot we need to do, but we have covered a lot of good ground yet. And there are several design principles, like Vivek sir mentioned, and I would invite my colleague Kirti, who is actually from the design trenches. He'll talk about some of those principles in the next slide. Thank you.
I think Sridhar sir has covered a lot of ground in terms of design, so I'll be very brief. So, like, primarily the journey so far and in terms of design has been just 5 things that we can think of. One is the modern and agile UI. So, what is happening is a couple months back, if we remember, Aadhaar launched their brand manual. And we also know that we are undergoing a revamp of our Seva Kendras. So we need a consistent language that is scalable across all platforms. So right now it's the app that is painted in those colors and those language. And the next would be the portal we'll see. So this UI will be scalable across all our platforms. The next part is the language, because like a slight difference of changing of proceed to continue, people are able to relate to it. Proceed sounds very systematic, government. Continue sounds very friendly. So those words are carefully crafted by a design team. And then the third part is mobile first. Definitely app should be mobile first, but I'm saying this because these principles, as I'm like repeating it across different platforms. Then security should be there, and the iconography is very relatable so that people don't have to read labels. The weight on the language reduces and people are able to relate to it. And lastly, designing for the extremes. So like during my college days, one principle that stuck to me was universal design. When we think of universal design, we think of designing for people with one hand, but it can be extended to a mother carrying a baby, and it can also be extended to a father carrying a heavy load in one of his hands. So that is how, when you design for the extremes, you take care of people in the middle. So that is our ultimate goal. So these were the design principles. Thank you so much. On the basis of these, we are able to design a platform. Aadhaar App is a platform for all of you to play along. And all these principles are just like, sounds like a vague talk, right? But at Aadhaar, we walk our talk. So the next, I would invite Tanushi ma'am to take us through how do we walk this talk. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks, Kirti and Sridharji. We have had such a wonderful journey doing this over the last few months in the able guidance of CEO Sir and the entire team, both headquarters and tech center coming together. When we talk about these design principles, they were a good place to start, and they were tall targets to achieve. But at the same time, we had a very strong tech team who was intent on making these work for us in the app. So when we talk about how we convert and execute these in the app, we see inclusion, trust, and scale coming together and ensuring that the app experience implements these design principles of user first, of trustworthiness, of ensuring the credibility of Aadhaar and the assurance to both the sharer as well as the verifier. Now, let's look at a few features as we go along. So, like we see, all of you have used the Aadhaar app already, and we made sure that you used it because your entry to the conference becomes so much simpler when you have pre-registered using the Aadhaar app. The first screen is by design the QR, because a PDF is an easy one to make. Today, ChatGPT, you put a prompt and it'll make you a beautiful Aadhaar with whoever's name you want and your photo. And this will look even better than your normal Aadhaar. But if you show it to someone, how does the person who is seeing it know that it is for real? The machine readability of these IDs become critical. And that is why you are seeing how easy it has become UPI for UPI exchanges to happen. The transaction and the Bharat QR has become all pervasive. We wanted to take a cue from there. It not only ensures privacy, it ensures machine readability, it ensures when you show your Aadhaar app, people trust it and people believe in it. When you press on the sleeve is when it is in your hands that you want to reveal what is underneath the sleeve. It's something like your wallet. You take it out, you show what you want, you show the other side when you don't. And this has been enabled similarly on the Aadhaar app. You click on it and you reveal more information. The other side will show the address. Next, please. We are in control as users to ensure what we want to share is what we want to share. If you do not want to show the entire information on your Aadhaar, you have the flexibility of selectively sharing the details on the Aadhaar. If you only want to show your name and your face, and that is what is relevant at the point of presentation, you don't need to share how old you are or how young you are. You don't need to share what is your address, etc. The photocopies that you have till now shared in at least 50s and 60 numbers, they're about to stop getting circulated in the market. And that is where we are giving the control on the user's hand to ensure you can selectively share your Aadhaar credentials. Next, please. Aadhaar has ensured that the way Indians use their documents is implemented how they will use their credentials on the Aadhaar app wallet. Walk yourself through an airport. First thing we do is सबके आधार दो, मम्मी पॉकेट में रखेगी या फिर डैडी पॉकेट में रखेंगे. So that all the four can be presented together at the verification center. It ensures the trust in which I have given it to my mom or dad, and it ensures that the ease with which I show it to the security official. The similar flow is what we have translated into the Aadhaar app, because in India, one mobile has 5 or 6 people associated with it. And therefore, one profile, who is the lead profile, can add his family members to ensure that it can be used in these such use cases. We are ensuring practicality, flexibility, and contextualness. Next, please. There are so many use cases of how Aadhaar is used. And it is because of the flexibility that Aadhaar has given to its users, how they update their photograph by doing a biometric update, how they have used their address updates. It was unimaginable to do it in any other government document till date. We are taking this one step forward by ensuring that you can do it at the ease of your home. We are ensuring that you can do a mobile update at home on your app. You can do your address update at home on your app, and many other such features which are being enabled. This will ensure your visits and the time that you allocate towards such chores will be reduced to minimal. I have heard stories where people have said that my mobile update got done in 2 minutes, and my address update, especially the head of family based address update, was done within a few minutes. So that is the ease with which the app will give you the services at the comfort of your home. Next, please. The security features of Aadhaar was critical. Aadhaar is the root of trust of identity in India, a security not just for the shower, but also the verifier. And we kept this in mind in ensuring that the control of the Aadhaar usage is now coming in the very fingertips of the user. What would you like to know in your Aadhaar? Where all your Aadhaar was used, you can check in your authentication history. Whether you can, at the tip of a button, lock your Aadhaar being used anywhere else by unscrupulous elements is at the tip of your fingertips. And ensuring that the way you have used your Aadhaar is critical to you, you show it the way you want it. All these security features have now come into the Aadhaar app. Next, please. So I always used to run out of the visiting cards when I used to visit these conferences. Today, when I was circulating or interacting with various participants, most of them had the Aadhaar app. It is as simple as share your contact. A QR code appears, and so is this QR code. You can just read it with the QR code scanner, and you will get the contact of the person you are reading the QR code with. So instead of exchanging cards and running out of paper cards, you either show your Aadhaar QR code, which is your sharing credential, or you show your conference ID, which will ensure that the person you are showing it to can get your phone number and name based on your liking. So these are these various small features which are becoming contextual, and we are ensuring that it is empowering our users. At this stage, I would go to a use case where these principles have actually incorporated into application, which I think will be a game changer. It's called the Pathik app, which has been implemented in Gujarat, and we are partnering with them. I would request my batchmate and partner Sharad and his colleague, please come on stage and please introduce what the Pathik app is achieving for us in Gujarat.
Thank you, Tanushri. Respected sir, uh, we have been using Pathik since 2017. At that time, we have created one portal in which all the hotels and guest house of Gujarat have registered with us. And whoever has been checking in the hotel, he has to share the details. As you have suggested that we require only mandatory details like name, mobile number, email ID, and we have n number of successful cases. Like we have caught Syrians, we have caught a lot of Bangladeshis who impersonated and checked into the hotel, and we have also caught so many absconders. And thanks to Aadhaar, earlier we have a documentation. We have to verify it with the physical record available with the hotels. Now it will be online, and my DCP Ajit will brief you on this.
Good afternoon, everyone. Since 2026 January, the Pathik system is undergoing a major evolution through a first of its kind collaboration with UIDAI to integrate Aadhaar-enabled guest verification system, as already explained. This digital workflow allows guests to verify their identity by scanning a unique QR code generated by the hotel through the Aadhaar app. The process is built on privacy-compliant model where guests provide explicit consent, and the implementation of Pathik offers significant benefits to both citizens and hospitality industry to provide paperless, faster check-in experience while protecting against identity misuse. Pathik serves as a model for smart policing, offering a replicable framework for other Indian states to enhance public trust through transparent, technology-driven governance. We thank UIDAI for the opportunity being given to Ahmedabad Crime Branch to avail this opportunity. Thank you. Now we have a small video which will highlight what has been done.
क्राइम ब्रांच अहमदाबाद सिटी गुजरात पुलिस का एक हिस्टोरिक अचीवमेंट पथिक कंसेंट बेस्ड आधार एनेबल्ड गेस्ट वेरिफिकेशन अ नेशनल फर्स्ट। गुजरात के 9,000 से ज्यादा होटल्स ऑलरेडी पथिक के साथ जुड़ चुके हैं। ये इनिशिएटिव होटल गेस्ट वेरिफिकेशन को बनाता है सिक्योर और रिलायबल। जब गेस्ट होटल में चेक इन के लिए आता है तो वेरिफिकेशन होता है डिजिटली। फास्ट और सिक्योर चेक इन के लिए होटल्स गेस्ट की आइडेंटिटी आधार ऐप के साथ डिजिटली वेरीफाई करते हैं। पथिक सिस्टम क्यूआर वेरिफिकेशन के थ्रू गेस्ट डिटेल्स सिक्योरली फेच करता है। गेस्ट अपनी कंसेंट से आधार ऐप का यूज करके अपनी आइडेंटिटी वेरीफाई करता है। इस प्रोसेस में कोई मैनुअल डॉक्यूमेंट शेयरिंग नहीं होती। इस तरह चेक इन होता है फास्ट, पेपरलेस और प्राइवेसी कंप्लायंट। पथिक ट्रस्टेड डिजिटल वेरिफिकेशन फॉर अ सेफर इंडिया।
Thank you, Sharath and Ajit, for a wonderful integration and groundbreaking step forward. I think it will pave the way for many other states to integrate in a similar fashion. Now, I would like to introduce our Head of Engineering Tech Center, Sabut. He's been leading the team who has made the engines run in the back end. And he will be talking about what is the technological implementation of this, which has enabled all this to be possible, and how our verification entities can trust this exchange mode, and how we can scale for the ecosystem. Sabut, over to you.
So today's event, it reminds me my engineering days when we used to bunk out and see the आफ्टरनून मूवी एंड हमारा इंतज़ार रहता है कि कब हीरो आएगा, स्क्रीन फोड़ेगा, कब अमिताभ की एंट्री होगी. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, टुडेज इवेंट आवर हीरोज आर आवर इकोसिस्टम पार्टनर्स. And if you see, Aadhaar is always blessed to have a strong ecosystem of AUAs, KUAs, sub-AUAs, and we make the technology, but they make the technology popular. They ensure that this technology gets used by various, it gets used in various use cases. So today, what I'm going to do is introduce all of these ecosystem players and what use cases they have developed. So when we started this Aadhaar app, going with the same principle, ecosystem-centric approach, we spoke to multiple early adopters, and we had a lot of conversation around how to build this platform so that it can support millions of use cases. And we had a lot of near breakdown experience wherein certain things didn't work out in our favor. We again recovered, and somehow we have completed all these journeys. And my first ecosystem partner is Pine Labs. If you have seen the POS device, which you're familiar with, payment, right? Today, Pine Labs is going to introduce the POS device. It is repurposed, enhanced for identity exchange. Over to you, Pine Labs.
Thank you so much, Sabut sir. Before we get started on how Pine Labs has worked on the POS terminal to integrate identity with payments, I'll actually play a quick video, and then we'll talk about a few different use cases that we foresee this supporting.
Can we have the video? Yeah.
Thank you all. My name is Kaushal Mohan, and I lead all identity and authentication products here at Pine Labs. To begin with, I'd first like to thank UIDI for the opportunity to work on this new Aadhaar app itself. All of you, like Sabut sir mentioned, would have actually interacted with the Pine Labs product at some point. You would have made a payment via the POS terminal, or you would have scanned a QR. With Pine Lab's scale of about 5,000 different cities of operation, Pine is already present where users transact on devices with trust. And this is basically where we believe that identity combined with a trusted payments device can make a world of difference. Let's actually look at how offline identity works today. If we can move to the next slide. Today, in the previous presentation, you saw how hotel check-ins actually have been transformed with respect to the new Aadhaar app. But let's take a different example. Let's think about maybe going into a hospital, for instance. At the point where you go into a hospital, you typically are asked for some form of an ID proof. You then will fumble with your keys and your wallet while you already are in tension because somebody is sick. You fumble, you take out your Aadhaar card and hand it over to the receptionist. This is where you, as a resident, lose control, because what the receptionist then does, or the staff in the hospital, is they take a copy of that Aadhaar card, they scan it, they Xerox it, they upload it somewhere. All in all, you are probably left wondering, hey, is this safe? Is this secure? What is going to happen of my Aadhaar details? While actually having someone sick probably with you at that point. Now let's flip the whole ecosystem around, right? If we can move to the next slide, imagine a world where instead of all of that, you walk into the hospital. When you walk into the hospital, instead of being asked to fill a form, instead of being asked to provide an ID proof physically, the receptionist just opens up a Pine POS terminal. When the POS terminal is opened up, a QR code just gets generated. With that generation of QR code, you just scan the QR using your official Aadhaar app, and that is it. Your entire onboarding process itself is complete. There is no Aadhaar storage that happens on the POS terminal itself. You really only share what is truly necessary, what is truly needed. And of course, this is absolutely paper free. From the patient's perspective or from your perspective, this is a mental load off, because that onboarding process at the hospital becomes so much more seamless, so much more easy. And from the hospital or establishment's perspective, this is much better, because again, the check-in process is more seamless. And also, the hospital does not bear any compliance risk, because now they don't have physical copies of your documents anymore. I only talked about the hospital example, and you already saw the hotel use case example earlier. But if we can move to this slide, you can think about a myriad of different use cases that identity plus payments on a single device can actually support. Hotels is one simple example where you check in and make your room payment straight on the same device. Think about an event registration. Maybe you've registered for a specific event last minute, right? You walk into the registration counter, you actually make the payment for the event, and also you prove your identity on the same device itself. Age gating is an example that will be talked about in one of the upcoming presentations. And so think about maybe purchases that actually require specific age proofs to be validated. Similarly, with now the entire OVSE partnership model as well, a lot of other KYC, offline KYC use cases completely get unlocked with this new Aadhaar application itself. And we at Pine are extremely excited about how the ecosystem is evolving on this front. If we can just move to the last piece, the last slide. What we genuinely believe is that identity plus payments on a single device can be truly game changing. It's not just a new innovation anymore. It can be truly game changing. Pine, as in the form of POS terminals, are already seeing significant adoption through trusted acceptance, payment acceptance infrastructure. And now your identity acceptance also can happen on the same POS terminals across all these 5,000 different cities where the presence already does exist. And with this whole piece, residents will truly be able to use their Aadhaar in a secure, seamless, and worry-free manner without having any concerns about data breaches or privacy issues. Together with UIDI, we at Pine genuinely do believe that this entire partnership just shows how digital public infrastructure can actually evolve from policy intent to actual daily offline usage itself, because the number of use cases that we foresee are just boundless. Thank you so much again from all of Pine Labs to the UIDI team. We actually do have a booth outside where we have set up a game where you can actually experience this whole payments plus identity ecosystem on a physical POS terminal. So I do encourage all of you at a later point to go and play the game. I mean, it's quite interactive right there. All right. Thank you so much, team. We really appreciate the entire initiative from UIDI then.
Thank you. So the next use case is from Pay Nearby. Pay Nearby operates, they have lakhs of agents in the field, and they have a challenge of verifying each one of them when they get onboarded. So Pay Nearby team, they have a demonstration. Yeah.
Problems of a short height. Right. Thank you so much, sir. So Pay Nearby was incorporated in 2016 with the mission of getting the next 50 crore Indians access to digital financial services. And what the route that we have taken is the assisted route, where we have onboarded 5 lakh agents. They are shopkeepers, kirana dukan, hardware stores, local entrepreneurial women, self-help group members who are now, we've trained them, given them a mobile phone, and now we call them digital pradhans and digital naris. Over the last 10 years, this 5 lakh, and on this is one side, and on the other side, we've partnered with banks as banking correspondents, we've partnered with insurance to become the insurance broking agents, mutual funds to become mutual fund distributors, and so on. Yeah, I can. Not a problem, right? To become mutual fund distributors, eventually with the aim of getting all the services that people in this room access on a daily basis. Thank you so much, sir. So much, right? Uh, all the people, all the services that you and I access, right? All of these services are now made available to every single Indian. This network is now present at 17,000 pin codes. I'm proud to say that we cater to 1 crore customers every day, every month. And of the 90 million authentications that Aadhaar network does, we also contribute more than 1 million of those authentications. Now, that's about us. But as Bharat moves ahead, the next 10, Jandan, Aadhaar, and mobile has now brought in the revolution of UPI. I'm sure every single person in the room now uses UPI, but still it's just 400 million Indians. The next 400 million Indians have demanded solutions that are meant for them. And what we have done is taken a new UPI app, completely designed ground up for the people in rural India. And what we are now doing is making Aadhaar the single source of registration and authentication to make sure that not only are they able to register and make payments easily, but it is that they cannot make mistakes. The idea is you and I are trained and educated to not make mistakes, but we need to make solutions where people cannot make mistakes even if they do a typo. So the best way to avoid making mistakes is to not get them to type at all, right? And that's the best thing that OVSE has facilitated. I'll request the team to please move to the next slide and play the video as a demonstration of the registration process. Registration process is typing less. And the other beautiful thing that this can enable is that this will also eliminate the usage of mule accounts, because the UPI ID that is being registered and the person who's registering has to be the same person. So elimination of mules and elimination of typing, that's what it achieves. We believe this can be a game changer and make UPI accessible to the next 400 million Indians. Thank you, UIDI, and thank you everyone for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you, Pay Nearby team. So yesterday I was traveling to Delhi for this event, and Uday was accompanying me. How many of you know about Uday, our new addition to the UIDI family? Right. So you Uday ने बताया कि like सब तेरे को तो एज प्रूव करने के लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा, ग्रे हेयर देख के एवरीबडी मस्ट बी एक्सेप्टिंग यू, बट मुझे बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है आजकल एज प्रूव करने के लिए. So I said we have a solution. One of our partner Oru, so they have come up with a age getting solution today, which they're going to present. I'm sure they will take a note of it and he will start utilizing it. Team Oru.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, UIDI, for giving us the opportunity. I'm Priyank. I'm the co-founder and the CTO for Uru Digital. Can we have the slides, please? So let me present you Snap KYC, which is the product by Uru Digital. It's a consent management tool which enables offline verification seeking entities to use the latest Aadhaar app for plethora of use cases that we will shortly talk about. Next slide, please. So my colleagues here and dignitaries have highlighted the usage and the benefits of the Aadhaar app. It avoids the OTP-based frauds because we don't rely on the OTPs to be sent for proving the identity. And therefore, we're bringing in Snap KYC to make the Aadhaar app usage for several use cases extremely simple and make it a one-stop solution for the offline verification seeking entities to come on board and start using the Aadhaar app for different use cases. It's make them compliant with the Aadhaar Act as well as the upcoming the DPDP Act, where the consent management becomes the core of the platform, and why they're asking the Aadhaar details for can clearly be outlined and defined before accepting for the Aadhaar details. We bring in very easy integrations for the offline verification seeking entities through the APIs and SDKs, and they can go live with the Aadhaar app based acceptance of the Aadhaar within a day. Next slide, please. We've seen several use cases through my colleagues and other ecosystem partners on hotels and hospitals. We saw a demonstration by the Gujarat police through Pathik for hotels. There are several use cases around the KYCs which can be used by microfinance institutions as well as corporates for doing onboarding of their employees. But let me focus on one of the key use cases which Sabut sir just talked about is verifying the age. Today, through the Aadhaar app, you can actually verify your age, but without sharing your date of birth. Right? There's a very clear attribute within the Aadhaar app which says age over 18, and you just need to give an approval for whether you're above 18 or not even your date of birth, not even your name or any other details, which just proves whether you're above a specific age or not. So let me move on to the next one, and next slide, please. Yeah, let's look at the video, which will help you visualize a use case where we talk about an e-commerce platform trying to sell tobacco or any of the products which require an age verification. Today, it just is an implicit age verification where the user says that, yes, I'm above 18, but there's no way to really prove that, right? So we're moving to an age where implicit verification is not going to work, but you really need to prove it using the Aadhaar app. So let me showcase through the video, please. What you saw here is an e-commerce website which is trying to do an age verification. And this was an intent-based flow where there's no QR code, but if you're browsing the website on your mobile phone, you can just seamlessly move on to the Aadhaar app, perform your verification, and then continue with your shopping experience. So thank you so much. Thank you, UIDI, for the opportunity.
Thank you, P. Moru. I'm sure Uday must have taken a note of it. So when we thought of distribution of this app, we felt that it's better to think of an innovative approach wherein we partner with some of the players in this, big players in this industry, like the operating system players, the device manufacturers. So we worked with Team Google and Samsung. Google came up their wallet idea, and they helped us in developing some of the specifications around the wallet flow. Same is the case with Samsung. And I'll call upon Team Google to come and present their use case and how the credential journey is going to take from the wallet to the verifiers.
Good afternoon. Traveling here today, I was struck by how many times I needed to carry or present my identity, from booking my plane ticket, getting a visa to travel to India, driving to the airport and check in at the airport and security, to being able to actually arrive in India and pass through immigration, and even entering the hotel and joining this event. Digital identity is identity unlocks private spaces that are specific to you and is a daily use case for everyone. However, creating a trusted ecosystem of digital identity is becoming harder than ever, and traditional methods are no longer sufficient. At the same time as the world moves to a more and more digital economy, with AI performing these tasks on your behalf, and a trusted interoperable digital identity becomes much more critical. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alan Stapleberg, and I'm the Global Product Manager for Google Wallet's digital identity efforts, as well as other use cases such as boarding passes, event tickets, which are essentially mini IDs to specific use cases. At Google, we believe in bringing a secure, private, and interoperable digital identity to all people around the world. And this is not just a technology challenge, but is a social imperative. We're committed to supporting governments in their endeavors to shape this future. And our commitment to support this effort stems directly from users who have told us that second to payments, digital identity is one of the top credentials they want to be able to digitize and carry with them in their digital wallet. We envisage a world where users are able to cryptographically store these digital credentials and be able to convey them in person and online with high assurance. And this is really built on three pillars: privacy and security, interoperability, and an open ecosystem with public and private partnerships backing that. The first pillar is, is privacy and security. In a world of ever-increasing attacks on personal data, it is of the utmost importance to establish confidence and trust with users that their ID is safer and more secure in a digital world. And so, improving what is possible today from plastic and paper. On Android, we've invested heavily in building infrastructure to be able to securely store encrypted on-device and transmit digital identities in order to ensure no bad actors are able to access this information. We supported the development of open standards with standard bodies like W3C in building the digital credential API for conveyance of digital IDs online, as well as built a corresponding Android OS API called the Credential Manager. And this allows a user to be able to convey their ID without risking any data leak of a third party being able to recognize that a person is of a certain nationality prior to their consent. And then through selective disclosure, allowing relying parties to request only the information they need for this specific use case. And then users are in control of their information, presented with knowledge of what information is being requested, and giving explicit consent prior to any information being shared. In addition, the single API approach makes it easier for relying parties to be able to integrate with an ecosystem, not needing to do bespoke integrations per wallet, but rather have a single API and let users choose the wallet of their preference. And lastly, I want to mention some of the work that we've been doing in our technology space of zero knowledge proofs. This technology allows one to anonymize a specific data field while preserving its assurance and ability for being authenticated. And so, in particular use cases like age assurance, where only the age signal is required, zero knowledge proof makes it possible for users to preserve their privacy and anonymity. And we've open sourced our implementation of this in the interest of making the internet a safer place for kids and families. The second pillar is making digital identity successful through ensuring its acceptance. And here, Aadhaar is a unique India credential, specific to India and specific India use cases. At the same time, Indian users are international citizens. And the Aadhaar ID should be able to travel with you, both abroad and online where there are no borders. The UIDIA has done a great job in balancing these requirements of both a standardized approach as well as localized customization. And this will allow Indian citizens to be able to use their Aadhaar credentials both in domestic use cases as well as international markets following the standardized approach. We're excited to support the UIDIA in growing this acceptance. And lastly, the third pillar is strategic partnership and creating open ecosystems. Our philosophy is rooted in the conviction that users should be able to choose their preferred digital wallet, and we've built Android as an open platform, allowing public and private wallets to offer their own solutions. The UIDIA has taken a thoughtful approach to enabling digital identity as a service and demonstrated this innovation will flourish with effective public and private partnerships and ultimately benefit users. Building on this momentum, I'm excited to announce that Google Wallet will support the Aadhaar verified credentials in the coming weeks. In closing, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude and congratulations to the UIDIA and the Ministry of Information and Technology in today's successful launch. It is truly impressive to witness India's policymakers adopting such a thoughtful approach to citizens to offer a secure digital ID for their daily needs. Not only does this enhance everyday tasks, but paves the way for innovation in cross-border and online applications in the years to come. We're eager to continue the partnership, and we realize that these opportunities will contribute to a safer internet for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Google team, for making Aadhaar as a global identity product. Next, I'll call upon Samsung team for a quick introduction of their use case and the integration that they have done. So those who are having Apple phone, don't lose your heart. We are also working with Apple ecosystem to make the credential available with the Apple wallets.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm Prasanna and I head engineering for Samsung Wallet India. Wanted to show a couple of use cases given the power of verifiable credentials that has already been showcased. Sure. Is it better now? So Samsung Wallet is a first-party wallet which is already preloaded on all Samsung devices. So this is a demo of how a user can actually add Aadhaar verifiable credential from Aadhaar to Samsung Wallet. And the user can also check the details of the Aadhaar by authenticating. So these are the couple of use cases that we have come up with as a proof of concept. The first one is actually a car rental use case, where today we actually have users sharing their Aadhaar in the physical form or the screenshots. So with this, the user actually gets to choose the details that the user wants to share. Even the verifier gets to decide what exactly is the detail that the verifier wants. That's the first use case. In fact, Samsung Wallet even has additional capabilities like digital car key, etc. So once the user rents a car, the user can actually make use of the digital car key and then continue. So the end-to-end use case is met. The second use case, we can go back to the previous slide, is the hotel check-in use case, which we wanted to bring Verify with Samsung Wallet to all our ecosystem players, and they can make use of Verify with Samsung Wallet so that they can share Aadhaar as a verifiable credential wherever it is necessary. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So when we are talking about wallet, I think it will be incorrect if we don't introduce DigiLocker. Perhaps DigiLocker is the only wallet in the world having so many documents. I will request Srishti to introduce the DigiLocker wallet flow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So before I play the video, I would just like to brief one, two things like India's digital public infrastructure has matured a lot, and the next phase of transformation is built upon on trust, privacy, and more user control centric thing. So DigiLocker with an user base of, it's a national DPI and with a user base of 650 million users with an access to 8 billion documents where the users are already accessing their authentic digitally valid document, storing and sharing it with the service providers to avail any kind of service. Further, with integration with Aadhaar VC, it will strengthen the digital trust of the citizens. Further, what Aadhaar is doing, means through Aadhaar VC, a citizen can generate their VC, which will be the sole source of truth because the data lies with the UIDI, whereas DigiLocker will function as the secure consent-based digital wallet, where a user can generate the VC, can store it and further share it when they want to have the service delivery, like during travel or as the use cases were shown for hospitality sector and even for any government service delivery also. This integration is an privacy by design only. It is cryptographically signed, tamper proof, and it is instantly verifiable also. So now I want to like to play this video. Please, video, please. No, this is not the video. Can you please play the video? This was.
In today's world, protecting your personal information is more important than ever. Too often, we share far more data than necessary, whether it's at hotels, universities, or service counters. But what if you could prove your identity while keeping the rest of your details private? DigiLocker is now more than just a digital document wallet. It's your trusted place for accessing your verifiable credentials, digital proofs of identity generated from Aadhaar App that allow you to share only the information required, nothing more. To begin, open the Aadhaar App. After authentication, your Aadhaar VC is generated successfully. Once generated, the verifiable credential is ready to be shared securely. Tap on Share ID to send your verifiable credential to DigiLocker. You can choose how you want to share your Aadhaar details with DigiLocker. Complete Share allows all Aadhaar details available in the verifiable credential to be shared with DigiLocker. After selecting a sharing option, you are redirected to DigiLocker and Aadhaar verifiable credential is added to your DigiLocker wallet for easy and secure access anytime. Want a secure and privacy-focused way to share your identity? Aadhaar verifiable credential generated through the Aadhaar app and shared via DigiLocker makes it possible. With Aadhaar VC, you don't need to share your full Aadhaar details. You can share only the information required, keeping your personal data protected. Whether it's for travel, service access, or verification, Aadhaar VC enables safe and consent-based identity sharing. Generate your verifiable credential in Aadhaar app, share it securely through DigiLocker, and stay in control of your data. Aadhaar app and DigiLocker working together for secure, paperless, consent-based, and privacy-first digital identity.
So with this video, I would also like to inform that whereas Aadhaar play as the sole VC part, DigiLocker will keep the user's consent. It will be that sharing will be explicitly consented. It will be auditable and will be in the user control. For departments and service provider, this will be a scaled digital verification kind of thing. And for a user or citizen, it will be a paperless, secure experience. With this, I would like to say together Aadhaar and DigiLocker can shift document sharing to a attribute-based verification, from data collection to data minimization, and from a system-centric identity to a citizen-controlled digital trust, aligned with Digital India initiative. Thank you all. Thank you, Aadhaar team.
Thank you, Srishti. And in fact, whenever there is a need to share identity plus any of the digital document which is available in the DigiLocker, perhaps both of them can be simultaneously shared.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for this presentation. So in the interest of time, I have one more, ecosystem partner, but in the interest of time, I'm trying to cut it down, and I'll straight away move on to the last segment, which is on the OVSE and what steps we have taken to ensure that the partner onboarding gets smoothened up and it can be simplified. I'll call upon Vivek sir to explain the OVSE's process. Thank you.
So now you all know what Aadhaar app is and the use cases. It's a sample use cases which have been presented to you. And definitely the ecosystem partners who have come here, some of them, they presented their use cases. We have created a complete OVSE policy. And that policy enables registration of OVSEs. The process is extremely simple. It's an online type of process. You have to apply, you will be get approved, and you will get registered. And our tech team will ensure that you are technically enabled to absorb the integration with the Aadhaar app. So it's a very, very simple process. The entire process, the benefits of OVSEs, the advantages, and then also what all you can do with the OVSEs after becoming an OVSE, it's all available on our website. We have also floated our QR code all across the venue. If you can see the flyers also, you must have got during the registration. So you can see the handbook of OVSEs. It is all available. So in a very, very simple form. The process is very, very quick. Generally, it is taking a couple of days or few more days. That's all. For registration, you will get a registration number and you can become an OVSE. Use case is something for you to explore. And presently, means as of now, there is no charges neither for the registrations nor for the transactions. So the OVSE ecosystem is coming up. It's building very fast. We are getting a lot of applications and we are approving already. The registration started about a week back. Already 17 entities have been registered so far. And some of them you must have seen outside. So with that, we'll be closing down this session on Aadhaar app. We will be taking question and answers maybe after 5 minutes. In the meantime, may I request for the OVSEs who have been newly registered, we'll be giving them OVSE registration certificates here. So, Navroz. Thank you. Thank you all for a patient hearing. And we'll take question and answers after this small registration certificate distribution set.
Thank you for such an engaging and insightful session. Now, before we proceed to the interactive question and answer segment and open the floor for your questions, let us pause for a special moment. On this memorable UIDI day, we are proud to invite our newly registered OVSCs to come forward one by one and receive their registration certificates.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Gangadhar Asis. I'm Deputy Director at UIDAI. We will share the use cases of the entities as well, and this is to give insight that in many more fields, Aadhaar app can be integrated. So we are starting now.
So now I would like to invite the dignitaries to please step forward to distribute the OVSC registration certificates to the newly joined OVSCs. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for distribution certificate ceremony. Now, firstly, I invite the representative from eMudra Technologies Limited to please receive your certificate.
And the use case is workforce identity verification.
Representative from eMudra Technology Limited, please come forward. Yes. Everybody, please give a huge round of applause. Next, we have TSS Consultancy Private Limited. I request the representative from TSS Consultancy Private Limited to please come on the stage.
And the use case for this entity is identity verification for services such as tenant verification, driver hiring, etc.
Next, I request a representative from IDG Cloud to please receive your certificate.
And the use case is digital onboarding for core banking or lending apps to enable online account opening.
IDG Cloud Technologies Private Limited. Next, I request Oru Digital Private Limited to please come on the stage to receive your certificate.
And the use case is employees verification and related services through Aadhaar app.
Representative from Oru Digital Private Limited, please come forward. Next, we invite L&T Finance Limited to please come forward and take your certificate.
And the use case for L&T Finance Limited is Aadhaar app for KYC in two-wheeler loan applications.
L&T Finance Limited. Next, we invite on the stage representative from Google to please receive your OVSC registration certificate.
And the use case is wallet integration.
Next, I invite Bio-Enabled Technologies Private Limited.
And the use case is buyer and seller verification in real estate.
Bio-Enabled Technologies Private Limited, please come forward to receive your certificate. Next, I invite Dreamcast India Private Limited to please receive your registration certificate. Dreamcast India Private Limited.
And the use case is participant registration and access control via Aadhaar app for secure event management.
Next, we call upon the stage Superhero Tech Private Limited to please receive your certificate. Superhero Tech Private Limited.
And the use case is hotel booking and guest check-in verification using Aadhaar app.
Next, I invite Nearby Technologies Private Limited to please come forward to receive your certificate. Nearby Technologies Private Limited.
And the use case is identity verification for onboarding on mobile app.
For the next certificate, I call upon Broken Tusk Technologies Private Limited to please receive your certificate.
And the use case is identity verification on POS machine for merchant onboarding.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep on giving the huge round of applauses. Next, I invite Aratai Technology Solutions Private Limited to please come forward and receive your registration certificate.
And the use case is user profile verification on social media platform.
Aratai Technology Solutions Private Limited. Next, we have with us Tamil Nadu Medical Council for receiving the registration certificate. Tamil Nadu Medical Council, please come forward to receive the certificate.
And the use case is Aadhaar App for verification and onboarding of doctors into medical council. So you can see that a lot more and many type of use cases are there for which the Aadhaar App is getting integrated.
Tamil Nadu Medical Council. Next, I invite Arunabha Smart Solutions LLP to please come forward to receive your certificate. Arunabha Smart Solutions LLP.
And the use case is address verification for landlords, tenants, and institutions via Aadhaar App.
Arunabha Smart Solutions LLP. Congratulations to all the OVSEs for receiving their registration certificates. Next, we have with us Gujarat Police. Next, we have with us Gujarat Police
And
receiving their OVSE certificates.
And the use case is Aadhaar App for secure event hotel guest verification to replace manual checks.
Gujarat Police for the OVSE registration certificate. Next, I would like to call upon representative from Digital India Corporation for receiving their certificates.
And the use case for DIC is receiving Aadhaar verifiable credentials for privacy preserving KYC services.
Digital India Corporation. And next we have with us Perfios Solution Private Limited for receiving their certificate. Perfios Solution Private Limited, please come forward to receive your certificate.
And the use case is faster borrower onboarding in loan journeys via Aadhaar App identity verification.
I would now request representative from Aratai Technology Solutions Private Limited to please come forward and receive your certificate.
And their use case is user profile verification on social platforms. Thank you.
Now I would request all the dignitaries to please Aratai. Aratai Technology Solution Private Limited.
So you have seen that there are various use cases for which the Aadhaar app is getting integrated, but this is not the limited. You can have your own ideas to integrate Aadhaar app with your use cases, and you can get the solution for it. So wherever there is identity is needed at any point of time right now in physical form, that will get integrated with the Aadhaar app, and it will replace the manual physical photocopies of the Aadhaar, and it will be it can be done through the Aadhaar app. So thank you.
Thank you everyone. With this now we'll have our Q&A section and we'll hear from you, and now we welcome your questions.
Yeah. So we encourage concise questions to allow more participation from your end. We are also delighted to have respected media representatives with us today, and we would be happy to take few questions from them as well. So the floor is open. Please indicate if you wish to ask questions. So you may raise your hand. Our volunteers will be there to give you the mic to have your questions. Please. Yeah. So here in the front end, you can ask. We can hear your questions. Oh, okay. So can we have mic, please?
Thank you, sir. Arundeep here from the Hindu newspaper. I just wanted to see what the plan is for promoting the app in the coming months, because this is obviously the kind of use case that only spreads if it is universally available. So, can you just give us a sense of that?
So we request Tanushri ma'am and Sabut sir also to join on the stage. So if please. And Vivek Verma sir for the questions.
So we've been, like we have mentioned again and again, the ecosystem players are very critical for the expansion of the usage. And that is why you would have seen that the OBSCs that have come, few of them are use cases for themselves, but many of them are use cases for other use cases. So we've built the base platform on common technologies, interoperable technology. Wallets, as an example, will scale the usage. Besides ensuring that this is an interoperable platform which can be worked on, we are also taking a lot of measures from the media division. Vivek sir is leading it, and we are ensuring that people come to know of the usage. It'll be a pull and push mechanism both. The more the number of people have it downloaded, the more the OBSCs will have the ease of using. And similarly, the more the pull where you go to an application and it asks for Aadhaar app integration, the more will be the push for people to download Aadhaar app and make it easy and an easier flow. Yes.
Yeah, to see, it's the classic flywheel effect, right? So an app, the more it is used, the more it will be downloaded, and the more it is downloaded, the more the user organizations are comfortable using it in their workflow. And so for us, I think getting that flywheel moving is the first task. So we are at about 1 crore downloads right now, but frankly, we should be at 20 crores or higher, and eventually that is. So I think the Gujarat, the Pathik app, for example, a use case is actually a very powerful one, so that anyone going to a hotel in Gujarat will find it useful to do it that way. Usage increase, of course, just the integration with Samsung and Google Wallet will suffice to a large extent internationally. But we are setting up a team as well. So in addition to just the usual media push and having folks like you covering the stories that we put out, it is we are also setting up a team which will then target verticals and also then give the feedback to the organization inside so that specific features can be incorporated in the app itself. Because right now we are guessing what is needed in the app or what the world needs. But it is possible that as we go to a different hotel chain, they may require some different type of integration. We will also have to work with the app with the integrators, the IT services providers, because to integrate the Aadhaar app in their workflow, they may need certain changes in their own ERP or the hospital information system. So having standard vendors who can provide that on a turnkey basis is something that we also need to work on. So all of these things are happening in parallel. But the first and the most important is that the Aadhaar number holder herself can use the app to update her mobile number, to lock and lock her biometrics. Those use cases, I think, will get popularized through the media.
Thank you, sir. So we will take another question.
Hello.
So anybody's having, yeah, please.
Hello. Hello, ma'am. My name is Vedriti here. Yeah. Ma'am, I remember you presenting that in one app there could be multiple Aadhaar could be uploaded for various reasons. You explained it in a very beautiful way that our mothers and fathers do carry the responsibility of carrying the Aadhaar, but there are various holders. How would this be foolproof, and how can it be uniquely identifying the person having the app and having the card? So could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah. So thanks for that question. So whenever a profile is getting added, the face authentication is something has to be performed. So that ensures that there is a hidden consent to get onboarded to the app. Thank you.
In addition, there are just 5 additional profiles that you can have per Aadhaar. So that will also ensure that a person cannot have so many Aadhaars that he can multiply them with 5. So that hoarding problem will go away. And also there is a differential use. When you are the primary profile owner, that the first owner, there are certain things that are available to you. When you are the secondary owner, certain things are not available to you. So the misuse of an Aadhaar who is trying to hoard your Aadhaar, even if it could be done, will be prevented. So ensuring that the security is preserved.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
I have a question.
This side,
Yes,
at the top.
Can we,
Yeah.
the OVSEs, those who have got the
Hello.
certificate?
Sir,
Yeah.
a bit louder. We need some voice from
Yeah.
you, sir,
The
please.
mic can be on.
Here, this side.
Hello. Yeah, is
Yeah,
better?
sir, please.
Yeah. So I'm asking that, I mean, those who have already got OVSE certificate and those who have got it today, can we safely presume that they are also in compliance with the DPDP Act? Is it also
Everybody has to
incorporated?
be in compliance with the DPDP
It's
Act.
automatically
Yes.
assumed, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
They have to comply to DPDP Act, no matter whether you are an OVSC or not. When you are data fiduciary or a data manager, you have to comply. In addition, technologically, we are implementing certain so that the burden of compliance reduces.
So more to come in this app, more things will come.
Yes. So the onboarding time will be as simple as you applying within 48 hours, we being able to service your application. There is a 7 days time within which we will communicate to you. And thereafter, the technological implementation is as simple as say 24 working hours. So it's as simple as onboarding yourself as an OVSC if you see a business use case.
So let me try and answer a little bit on this. There are two parts. One is whether an OVSC is a fiduciary. Yes, every OVSC will be a data fiduciary under the DPDP Act because they are taking data digitally and they are storing it, and it's a personal data. So the DPDP Act will apply, and they will all be under the category of data fiduciaries because they are deciding what is to be taken and what is the use and purpose of the data being collected. Now, whether the integration with the app is compliant, yes, it is compliant because the app flow is such that data is shared only after consent. And then once the data is stored at the end of the OVSC, it has to be kept securely because if breach happens at the end of the OVSC, so as a data fiduciary, they will have a responsibility and which is going to lead to penalties under the DPDP Act. So the Aadhaar per se is compliant with the DPDP Act. The app is compliant and OVSCs will have to be compliant. So everybody will have to be compliant. I hope I answered you. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ashmit.
Yeah.
I'm towards your left-hand side, towards your 11 o'clock, right here.
Okay.
I just have one question on greater penetration of the Aadhaar app. Firstly, congratulations, Ashmit. My name is Ashmit Kumar for CNBC TV 18. Congratulations to the entire team for putting together this new application. One question on greater penetration to ensure that there is maximum reach that the app has. Is there a case? Can a case be made that is there room for maybe conversations with OEMs for embedding it as a part of, say, the operating system so that it's widely available to a vast number of people? Is that something that can be considered or something that UIDAI will want to look at?
So we've already engaged with the ecosystem partners who are OEMs. Samsung is a partner, Google is a partner, and we've already initiated talks with Apple. Since it has an implication in a worldwide Android and iOS ecosystem, as well as the manufacturing cycles are having a global implication, they're considering it. We are hoping that it'll make an impact, but we are still in initial discussions.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so here 12 o'clock.
Yeah, this works. So, look, this is an evolving ecosystem. See, I think the first step was to get Aadhaar app, right? So get it on the smartphone. Till now, we had one, but it wasn't very hot. But now we are seeing device manufacturers using hardware level security. So there are many. So the new generation of smartphones, the new chips that come. Remember that quantum is becoming powerful. So there are many things that the devices will now start enabling, and you can start trusting the devices a lot more. So, but now that we are on the app, see, remember, it's a journey. We've started on this journey. This is the first step. So new generation of devices will come up with new features, which will enable us to do more things. So this is a learning curve. So we'll be there. We are going to engage with all of them.
Prasoon from BTI. So my question is around Aadhaar has provision to discourage storage of Aadhaar data. UIDAI has that provision, but still several offline entities continue to store that data. And even after this app, if it continues to take place, if these kind of activities happen, what mechanism Aadhaar has to stop such practices?
The technology is enabling the techno-legal compliance here. If you can imagine where the physical usage of Aadhaar is still so pervasive, you have very little control once that hard copy of your Aadhaar is given and further how it is used. Whereas through technology, when you are sharing a verifiable credential, you can incorporate consent in it. You can incorporate the purpose in it. You are giving the power to the user to ensure that what he gave was with a particular purpose, when he gave and to whom he gave. All those now are in a ledger somewhere, right? And therefore, when it is misused, there is a very easy digital artifact and technical trail. That is the power of the implementation of verifiable credentials, which we are now counting on to ensure that these use cases which were earlier prevalent, which were malified use or irresponsible use by the data fiduciary, will now become much more easier to comply. You keep data to the minimum and you ensure that your application itself is ensuring the compliance for DPDP as well. So what you want to add?
So just to add, so with the verifiable credential, data minimalism principle is at play. So today, if you look at whenever you use Aadhaar, invariably you are giving access to the complete Aadhaar with the number, right? But with the new verifiable credential, there is a selective sharing is embedded into it. So that means what is required, that is only to be shared. The second part is every verifiable credential has an expiry date also. So that means after a certain period of time, the verifiable credential itself has got no relevance. That means there is a need to refresh that credential. So we have taken certain technological steps to ensure that if somebody is trying to hoard and somebody is trying to pull the documents, it becomes irrelevant up to some point.
And so, philosophically, remember that this is an enabling feature. As much as we would like to protect the user, the Aadhaar number holder, the identity is owned by the Aadhaar number holder. If the Aadhaar number holder wants to share it with someone and they end up misusing it, it is something that, so if we start becoming like Big Brother and start saying you cannot share with this, you cannot share with that, what we do is that when someone registers as an OVSE, when someone is registering as an AUA, we ensure that there is an Aadhaar data vault, the data is encrypted, there are certain securities, data privacy that we can ensure. Beyond that, remember that when Aadhaar Act was passed, there was no DPDP. Now, whatever solutions we work with, we will incorporate and we will assume that DPDP enforcement is the responsibility of the Ministry of Electronics and the Data Protection Board. It is not something that we are responsible. Our responsibility is to make sure that the user is who she says she is, the data is trustworthy and is secure.
One question here.
So there are people who misuse once they have the identity.
Yeah, one question here.
Yeah,
So,
but okay, so I get the question. The question is that if someone forces, like, so you go to a hotel and they say, boss, I'm not going to, accept anything. This digital will not work. You have to give me your physical Aadhaar, right? And I will photocopy it. Now, they are violating data protection. So that is a DPDP violation, and that the Data Protection Board has to look after. The user, even today, actually, we should not be sharing the physical Aadhaar, but we do, right? So the point I'm making here is that the identity belongs to the Aadhaar number holder. We should not try to be over vigilant and then restrict the access, because see, what can we do? We can say these type of authenticators we will not allow you to authenticate with. That would be wrong. You see the options that we have, right? So we do not want to restrict usage. What we do is, if someone is an OVSC which we certify, if there is an AUA registered, they have to meet certain criteria, and then those we enforce.
You can use the mic, please.
In several cases, like for example, hotel guys, they say that they have been asked by local police to keep the Aadhaar record, and local police is exempted, maybe exempted under DPDP because it's a government organization. So they will be exempted, and they are asking hotel guys to keep the Aadhaar. Now from that spot, that physical copy of Aadhaar can be misused, and people don't have any option. They have to follow the local police guidelines.
Yeah, so that was when we started with the hotel use case. That was our biggest pushback. That was the biggest pushback we got. That look, you can say that, oh, this is DPDP compliant, but when the local enforcement authorities come, they demand that where is your full Aadhaar, which is where I think the Gujarat innovation and the fact that it is going to be done at scale, the fact that they're preparing for Commonwealth Games and Olympics and all of that, requires a much greater level of vigilance and who's checking in and who's checking out, and it is much better done on a digital basis. So, look, there are certain things that you can enforce through regulation, which I think is not possible in many cases, because for Aadhaar to go and start influencing police, which is a state subject, is going to be very difficult. But what we can offer is a solution which is scalable, secure, and it is much easier for the senior police officers in that state to track. The moment the utility starts becoming obvious, and they see that Gujarat has done it at scale and it is so useful, we are already getting queries from other states. So this is a behavioral change which will have to happen state by state. I don't think we can enforce anything from our front.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Ohik from Money Control this side.
So last point. I think you missed out the Pathik video which we played out. Perhaps we'll share with you. It will give you the complete understanding how Gujarat Police is trying to address this problem.
Hi, sir. Ohik from Money Control. Just there's one use case for the Aadhaar app, which is airport entry and verification, right? Identity verification for airports. Just want to know the future of DigiYatra in this context, if Aadhaar is being also used for this.
There are three use cases of Aadhaar as we see now, and that is what we are talking about in the app also: show, share, and verify. It depends on the situation. For example, airport entry, there are two mechanisms. One is you physically show an ID to the CISF personnel who's on the gate, and other is the automated process. Instead of showing that ID physically, you're passing through a DigiYatra channel. There's an automated flow, and the CISF personnel, that is a manual flow. But the process is same. It is show. You only show. He asks that please show me your ID, and you take out one ID, and he will look at your face and look at the photo on the ID. Also look at your name, look at the name on the ID, and look at the name on the boarding pass, and he will say that yes, I accept it. Now there is a flaw in this, that it is not verified. Your ID is not verified. For example, even though I have my government ID, but how do you check it? So you believe it. So it's a show use case in most cases. The hotel use cases in most circumstances share. Verification is not happening. So you give an ID which is photocopied and kept, but whether that ID is genuine or not, nobody knows. And people do manipulations in the printed IDs. The third use case is verify. So you have the show, share, and verify along with the proof of presence. So if it is coming digitally from a verified source, then it is transferred instantaneously, seamlessly. It is coming with a trust, and there is a proof of presence involved in that. So all the four features can be covered through the Aadhaar app, which is not possible through any other means. And that is why Aadhaar app has a great value, and it depends on both sides. Networking has to happen. It cannot proliferate one-sided. If people say that I will use Aadhaar app, I will use Aadhaar app, and the other entities are not accepting Aadhaar through Aadhaar app, it cannot happen. On the other hand, if the entities are asking that I will take Aadhaar app, but everybody else says, no, I will not give it through Aadhaar app, I'll give only a physical copy, then also it will not happen. So network effect has to happen. And that is why these OVSCs, the early adopters today, they are of immense value, and they have believed in the system. They think that there is a use case, and they can go and convince others who can then adopt it. And slowly this ecosystem will build where people will think that, no, I don't need to carry something physical, and I can do actually through the mobile. And in the next phase, a slightly advanced version, if you put this in the wallets, in a Google wallet or some Samsung wallet or an Apple wallet or even in DigiLocker, and you integrate the NFC technologies, then you don't even need to open your mobile. You can actually tap. You travel on the metro stations and you tap a coin, and just like that you tap a mobile and your ID can get shared. So it can be as easy and secure. So it's a future. Right now, the authentication path is limited only to government entities. It is cumbersome. Onboarding is difficult. Approvals have to be taken. Infrastructure has to be there. Cost is there. So that means the authentication path of the Aadhaar is typically used only by government and PSU entities, not by the private use cases. But this will enable all kinds of private use cases, even peer-to-peer, not necessarily an OVSC. So if you want to send your credentials, selective credentials, to an individual, you can do that through this app. It is possible.
Hello. Okay. I had
Good,
a question actually.
good evening, sir.
First the lady and then.
Yes, my name is Aditi Agrawal. I'm an independent journalist. My first question is about the inclusion of different Aadhaars on the same device. And the big question there is, usually as the case that you presented, ma'am, would be related to families. So is verifiable parental consent on the cards for a future function? And the second question is, a lot of importance has been placed on granular consent of different data fields, but it's limited to data fields. So for instance, if I were to take an example of a registered OVSC, if Dreamcast today is doing an event and I go there and I say, hey, I don't want to do Aadhaar authentication, can I say no to Aadhaar authentication altogether? Because that is the fundamental question of consent that DPDP Act also talks about.
So as per the Aadhaar Act itself, unless required by law, you cannot be mandated to share your Aadhaar. This is only an ease of living business where there has to be a fallback. Even within the Aadhaar, wherever it's being implemented, for example, in a ration shop.
Sorry for the intervention. Then actually, Honorable Minister Sir is coming, so I have to go. Before that, I just wanted to make a small intervention. The law provides Section 7. If the money is being spent from the Consolidated Fund of India or the Consolidated Fund of State, then you cannot say no. You have to go through Aadhaar authentication process. or if there is a law which says that Aadhaar is mandatory. There are two laws today in India. One is the IT Act, and for PAN, Aadhaar is mandatory. One cannot say no. You cannot say that I won't have Aadhaar and I want a PAN. You cannot get it. The second law which has been passed and the new use cases will come is the Code of Social Security. So under the Code of Social Security, also Aadhaar is mandatory. In all other circumstances, Aadhaar is optional. It's voluntary use case. So with that, I think you can continue with other questions, technical questions, but this is the legal side. I thought I'll brief you before
I appreciate that. So in case I go to a concert and I'm assuming the money for concert is not coming from Consolidated Fund of India, I can't be forced. No. Okay. And about
So thank you so
Our
much.
chief
Minister
guest
sir
has
is
now
about to
arrived,
come.
and now we'll.
One use case video we will showcase in between so that you can have a better understanding about how and what we can use for this Aadhaar app integration. So can we have Aadhaar app use case video, please?
Can we please play the video?
So this is a 1-minute video which will give you the glimpse of how we are integrating this Aadhaar app with different use cases and how other entities are getting associated with us. They are getting integrated with us for utilizing this Aadhaar app.
In a digital-first world, trusted identity verification is essential anytime, anywhere. For offices, Aadhaar-based offline verification enables verified identity as well as attendance marking through face verification. With Aadhaar-based offline verification, social media platforms can enable trusted profiles powered by user consent and secure verification. In residential societies, Aadhaar-based offline verification enables quick and secure visitor verification without manual registers.
So Honorable MOS has arrived into our exhibition area. So right now he is going into the exhibition area.
Aadhaar-based offline verification enables reliable one-time identity verification with only selective data sharing. Secure, paperless and efficient patient registration through Aadhaar. Aadhaar App. Show, share, verify.
I'm delighted to share that our esteemed chief guest, the Honorable Minister of State for Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Ministry for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Shri Jitin Prasada ji, has just arrived at the venue and will be joining us in the hall very shortly. We are truly thrilled to have this dynamic and forward-thinking leader with us today. A key architect of India's progress in trade, industry, digital innovation, and technology.
So in between, we will also give one glimpse of journey of Aadhaar. So we will play one video for you. We will interchange the minister sir photograph and videograph also, and in between we will play one video for you. So I request for one video of journey of Aadhaar, please.
पहले पहचान बनाना मुश्किल था, मदद तक पहुंचना और भी मुश्किल। लेकिन आज आधार के साथ हमारी पहचान हमारे साथ चलती है, हर जगह, हर समय। आधार ने हमारी जिंदगी बदल दी है और एक विकसित भारत के सपने को अपना बना दिया है। मैं भारत हूं, मेरी कहानी आधार के साथ जुड़ी हुई है। 2010 में हर जगह आधार बनवाने के लिए कैंप लगाए गए, जिसमें मैंने अपना और अपने परिवार का आधार बनवाया। हमें एक नई डिजिटल पहचान मिली जो सबके लिए बराबर थी और पूरे देश में मान्य भी थी। राशन कार्ड में आधार जोड़ा गया, जिससे कालाबाजारी पर रोक लगी और हमारे हक का राशन बिना किसी बिचौलिए के हमें मिलने लगा। गैस सब्सिडी, छात्रवृत्ति एवं अन्य सरकारी सेवाओं का लाभ पाना और भी आसान हो गया। अब धीरे धीरे आधार की वजह से मेरा जीवन सुखमय होने लगा। इसके उपरांत आधार की मदद से मेरी बेटी का जनधन खाता खुला। असली वित्तीय समावेशन का एहसास हुआ। आधार की वजह से डिजिलॉकर और यूपीआई जैसी सुविधाएं मोबाइल द्वारा हमारे हाथों में पहुंची। गांव में रहने वाली मेरी मां को मेरे द्वारा भेजे गए पैसे उनके घर पर ही केवल उनकी उंगलियों की छाप द्वारा आधार सत्यापन कर मिल गए। अब उन्हें बैंक जाकर पैसे निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है। आधार से मोबाइल सिम लेना और अपडेट करना बस क्षण भर का काम रह गया। लॉकडाउन में आधार से सरकारी मदद बिना देरी के घर पहुंची। मुश्किल वक्त भी आसान हो गया। कोविन ऐप की मदद से देश भर में कोविड टीकाकरण सुचारू रूप से करवाया जा सका। विश्व ने आधार के योगदान का लोहा माना। आधार चेहरा प्रमाणीकरण ने तो क्रांति ही ला दी। अब मजदूर, किसान, वृद्धजन, दिव्यांगजन इत्यादि बने आत्मनिर्भर। घर बैठे आधार सत्यापन करके सेवाओं का लाभ लेने लगे। फिर मैंने अपनी बेटी के बच्चों का आधार बनवाया और बेटी को समझाया कि 5 और 15 वर्ष की आयु में आधार बायोमेट्रिक अपडेट जरूर करवाना, क्योंकि आधार ही है सुखी जीवन का असली आधार। आज आधार हमारी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी का अमूल्य हिस्सा बन गया है। पढ़ाई, स्वास्थ्य, बैंकिंग, यात्रा, सब कुछ आधार से आसान हो गया है। आधार न केवल सबसे सुरक्षित डिजिटल पहचान है, बल्कि इसे कभी भी कहीं भी सत्यापित कर असली पहचान का पता किया जा सकता है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आधार इसी तरह हमारे जीवन को और भी सुगम बनाता रहेगा। मेरा आधार, मेरी पहचान।
So we are having one more video for you. That is corporate video.
Aadhaar, the unique identification number. Designed by the Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, is the key that unlocks India's digital future. It provides a secure digital identity for everyone, enabling access to a wide range of benefits and services. Since its inception, UIDAI has generated over 1.4 billion Aadhaar numbers, placing Aadhaar at the forefront of the world's largest digital revolution. Aadhaar consolidates identity-related tasks into a single, easily accessible system, eliminating the need for multiple documents. It has facilitated efficient service delivery, combated corruption, and promoted social justice. The introduction of the JAM Trinity, Jan-Dhan accounts, Aadhaar, and mobile numbers has further improved accountability and efficiency, preventing misuse of funds. Over 529 million Janadhan accounts have been opened with the support of Aadhaar. Jam Trinity has advanced financial inclusion and significantly eased living standards and business operations across the nation.
जनधन योजना की मदद से मैं अपने पैरों पे खड़ी हो सकी और दूसरी महिलाओं को भी आत्मनिर्भर बनाया.
The UIDAI ecosystem includes over 2,400 schemes from the central government, state governments, and all regulated entities like banks, NBFCs, telecoms, and insurance companies. Resident centricity and data privacy are core to Aadhaar and UIDAI.
आज भारत डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन में दुनिया में बड़े बड़े रिकॉर्ड तोड़ रहा है. आज भारत के यूपीआई की वजह से आधुनिक डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की वजह से लोगों की ईज ऑफ लिविंग बढ़ी है. लोगों के लिए एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान पैसे भेजना आसान हुआ है.
Aadhaar enables pensioners to generate a digital life certificate using face-auth applications, developed in-house by UIDAI, and a secure Aadhaar-based biometric authentication system.
अब हमें घर बैठे ही मोबाइल पे जीवन प्रमाण पत्र भेजने की सुविधा है.
This transition to face-auth has been smooth and efficient, further streamlining processes for the elderly. Aadhaar facilitates quick and secure mobile connections through identity verification. Financial institutions, payment banks, and fintech companies use face authentication to onboard customers and provide hassle-free services. The NPCI's Aadhaar-enabled payment system, AEPS, allows customers to conduct financial and non-financial transactions at any banking point using their Aadhaar number or virtual ID to access their Aadhaar-linked bank accounts. As of March 31st, 2024, the total number of AEPS transactions exceeds 19 billion. Aadhaar supports over 72 million authentication transactions per day. Over 19.85 billion eKYC authentications have been conducted for purposes like income tax returns, banking, insurance, attendance, and other services. For farmers, Aadhaar has been transformative, making it easier to access subsidies and financial assistance directly into their Aadhaar-linked bank accounts.
जनधन योजना से ना सिर्फ पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि, किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड, फसल बीमा योजना सहित तमाम योजनाओं का लाभ मिला.
Technologies like the Aadhaar-enabled biometric attendance system, AEBAS, ensure efficient and secure attendance tracking in various sectors, enhancing productivity and accountability. At its core, the Central Identities Data Repository, CIDR, uses advanced technologies for secure data storage and retrieval. The Aadhaar mobile app enhances accessibility, allowing users to carry their Aadhaar information securely on their smartphones. Aadhaar's APIs enable real-time authentication and verification across digital platforms, ensuring reliability and efficiency. Collaborations with entities like payments banks and innovations such as the AI/ML-based chatbot Aadhaar Mitra further enhance user experience and support. Aadhaar continues to empower India, facilitating inclusive growth and serving as a testament to the transformative power of identity. As we embrace a digital revolution, Aadhaar remains a beacon of transformative identity, enhanced by encryption and blockchain. It secures digital transactions, fostering trust and interconnectedness in our journey toward a digitized future. Aadhaar continues to empower India and facilitate inclusive growth. मेरा आधार मेरी पहचान.
देवियों और सज्जनों,
This is one of the emotional video that is finding the missing children, and this is byproduct of Aadhaar. So please look into the video.
ऑफिस लखनऊ. ये तो सभी जानते हैं कि आधार एक डिजिटल आइडेंटिटी है जो सरकारी सब्सिडी, डीबीटी और योजनाओं का लाभ पाने के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। आधार की एक खास बात है कि किसी एक व्यक्ति के कभी दो आधार नहीं हो सकते और दो अलग अलग व्यक्तियों के कभी एक आधार नहीं हो सकते। आधार महज आपकी पहचान ही नहीं बल्कि ये बिछड़ों को अपनों से मिलवाने का भी काम करता है। ये आधार का एक मानवीय स्वरूप भी है। ऐसा कभी किसी के साथ ना हो, पर क्या कभी आपने सोचा है कि दुर्भाग्यवश यदि आपका छोटा बच्चा कहीं गुम जाए या खो जाए तो क्या होगा? ऐसे सिचुएशन में वो अपने घर का पता या बाकी जरूरी डिटेल्स याद नहीं रख पाते, जिनकी वजह से उन्हें ढूंढ पाना बेहद मुश्किल हो जाता है। ये बच्चे अक्सर अनाथ आश्रम, बाल गृह या सुधार गृह में रहने लगते हैं। इन जगहों पर यूआईडीएआई समय समय पर एनरोलमेंट कैंप्स ऑर्गेनाइज करता है। इन कैंप्स का मकसद होता है ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चों का आधार एनरोलमेंट करवाना। एनरोलमेंट प्रोसेस में हर बच्चे के बायोमेट्रिक और डेमोग्राफिक डिटेल्स कैप्चर की जाती है। अगर किसी बच्चे का आधार पहले से नहीं बना होता तो उनका आधार जनरेट हो जाता है। किसी बच्चे का पहले से आधार बना हुआ हो और 5 वर्ष की आयु में उनका मैंडेटरी बायोमेट्रिक अपडेट हुआ हो तो उनके फिंगरप्रिंट्स, फोटोग्राफ और आंखों की पुतलियां पहले से हमारे रिकॉर्ड में होती हैं। और जैसा कि हमने पहले बताया कि एक व्यक्ति के दो आधार नहीं हो सकते, इसीलिए उनका नया आधार एनरोलमेंट रिजेक्ट हो जाता है और हम ये देख पाते हैं कि उनका पहला आधार किस पते पे बना था। इस प्रकार हम उन खोए बच्चों को उनके माता पिता से मिलवा पाते हैं। इसी टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू अब तक हम भारतवर्ष में सैकड़ों बच्चों को उनके परिवार से मिलवा पाए हैं। यह आधार के कारण ही संभव हो पा रहा है।
सर, मैं बच्चा मेरा गुम हो गया था। 10 साल के बाद बच्चा मिला है और उस समय था मेरा बच्चा। आधार कार्ड की वजह से मेरा बच्चा मिला है।
अगर बच्चों के बायोमेट्रिक डिटेल्स यूआईडीएआई के पास अपडेटेड हो तो उनके परिवार को खोजने में बहुत आसानी होती है। इसीलिए यूआईडीएआई बच्चों के नामांकन और मैंडेटरी बायोमेट्रिक अपडेट को बढ़ावा देने के लिए प्रयास कर रहा है ताकि अन्य सुविधाओं के साथ साथ खोए हुए बच्चों को उनके परिवार से मिलवाया जा सके। इसके तहत 5 और 15 आयु वर्ग के बच्चों के मैंडेटरी बायोमेट्रिक अपडेट के लिए निरंतर अभियान चलाए जा रहे हैं। मैं आप सभी से कहूंगा कि अपने बच्चों का आधार जल्द से जल्द बनवाएं और 5 एवं 15 वर्ष की आयु में उनका मैंडेटरी बायोमेट्रिक अपडेट भी जरूर करवाएं। धन्यवाद।
To inform all of you that UIDAI has given a new function of reporting death on the UIDAI website. And this is to avoid the possible misuses because of this. So we are having one video about it also. So we request to play the same.
आधार सिर्फ एक नंबर नहीं बल्कि हमारी पहचान, हमारे अस्तित्व का प्रतीक है। आधार हमें विभिन्न सरकारी सेवाओं और सुविधाओं से जोड़ता है। लेकिन क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि जब कोई हमारा अपना जिसे हम बेहद प्यार करते हैं वो इस दुनिया से चला जाता है तो उनकी यादों को, उनसे जुड़ी चीजों को हम हमेशा के लिए सहेज कर रख लेते हैं, पर उनके दस्तावेजों का आधार नंबर का दुरुपयोग ना हो इसका ख्याल भी हमें रखना होगा। ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। इसीलिए यूआईडीएआई ने एक नई पहल की है जिससे हम अपने दिवंगत परिजन की आधार संख्या को रिपोर्ट करके उसे निष्क्रिय करवा सकते हैं। इसलिए यूआईडीएआई ने माय आधार पोर्टल पर एक नई सेवा शुरू की है जहां परिवार के सदस्य अपने स्वजन की मृत्यु की जानकारी दर्ज कर सकते हैं। ये एक सरल और डिजिटल प्रक्रिया है। बिना किसी पेपर वर्क के सिर्फ कुछ आसान स्टेप्स के साथ दिवंगत परिजन का आधार सुरक्षित रूप से निष्क्रिय किया जा सकता है। सबसे पहले myAadhar.uidai.gov.in पोर्टल पर जाएं, फिर परिवार के सदस्य की डेथ की रिपोर्ट करें। अब ओटीपी से अपना आधार वेरीफाई करें। आवश्यक जानकारी जैसे मृतक व्यक्ति का आधार नंबर, मृत्यु पंजीकरण संख्या यानी DRN और अन्य विवरण भरें। फिर मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र जारी करने वाले
मृत्यु पंजीकरण डेटाबेस और आधार डेटाबेस के साथ मृतक व्यक्ति की जानकारी का मिलान किया जाएगा। सफल सत्यापन के बाद डेथ रिपोर्टिंग फॉर्म जमा हो जाएगा और एक यूनिक सर्विस रेफरेंस नंबर जनरेट होगा और फिर सूचक के पंजीकृत मोबाइल नंबर पर एसएमएस भेजा जाएगा। ये सेवा सिर्फ एक सुविधा नहीं, ये हमारा कर्तव्य है। मृत परिजनों की पहचान को दुरुपयोग से बचाना तथा उनकी गरिमा को बनाए रखना, ये हमारी ही नैतिक जिम्मेदारी है। UIDAI, मेरा आधार, मेरी पहचान।
So I request again to play 1 minute video that was not played fully previously. That is the use cases of the OVSC for which they are getting integrated with the Aadhaar app. So I request please play the 1 minute video, which is very short and very informative in nature. So please.
In a digital-first world, trusted identity verification is essential
It is not
anytime, anywhere.
I request to pause.
For offices,
It is not
Aadhaar-based
reflecting on the main LED.
In a digital-first world, trusted identity verification is essential anytime, anywhere. For offices, Aadhaar-based offline verification enables verified identity as well as attendance marking through face verification. With Aadhaar-based offline verification, social media platforms can enable trusted profiles powered by user consent and secure verification. In residential societies, Aadhaar-based offline verification enables quick and secure visitor verification without manual registers. Aadhaar-based offline verification enables reliable one-time identity verification with only selective data sharing. Secure, paperless, and efficient patient registration through Aadhaar. Aadhaar App. Show, share, verify.
So initially, proving that you are live, that is live certificate was needed to be given to the authorities for continuing the pension. So that was one of the challenge that has been solved because of the face authentication that can be done utilizing your smartphones. So we are having one video which is replicating the same, that how we have resolved this problem of the many of the senior citizens. So can we have one video? Okay.
Minister has come.
In between, we will stop hard stop.
You will have a hard start. Sorry, we can. Our minister chief guest is arriving, so we'll just wait for his arrival and then we'll start the main.
It is a great honor to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Minister of State for Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and Ministry for Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Shri Jatin Prasada ji. We also invite and welcome Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Shri S. Krishnan sir. To commence the Aadhaar app dedication to the nation, on an auspicious note, we invite our chief guest and esteemed dignitaries for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp.
If you was taking the last time, so so
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome all our distinguished guests with a huge round of applause as we prepare to begin this momentous event. I now request all the dignitaries to please take their respective seats on the stage. A huge round of applause for all the dignitaries, please. We are honored to have each one of them here with us today. We now begin the much anticipated address segment, where our esteemed dignitaries will share their insights, vision, and aspirations for the future of Aadhaar. Their words will illuminate the path ahead, offering valuable perspectives on how Aadhaar continues to drive innovation, inclusion, and transformation in India's digital landscape. I invite Deputy Director General Shri Vivek Chandra Verma sir for the welcome address.
A very good evening. Namaskar. It's an honor to welcome Honorable Minister of State for Commerce and Industries, IT and Electronics, Shri Jitin Prasad ji, as a chief guest for today's momentous occasion for us. He has kindly agreed to guide us throughout our journey during this Aadhaar app, and he is today present with us to bless us and guide us from here how we move ahead. I welcome Secretary Mighty, Shri S. Krishnan sir, Chairman UIDI, Shri Neelkant Mishra sir, CEO, Shri Bhuvnesh Kumar, and member of our authority, Professor Mausam, esteemed dignitaries, officers from state and central government, representative from industries, OVSEs, friends from media, my colleagues, a very warm welcome on this special occasion of UIDI Day celebration. And on this day, we are dedicating a newly developed Aadhaar app to the nation. Today, as we mark our UIDI Day, we reaffirm a simple but powerful idea. Identity is the foundation of trust in a digital society. Over the years, Aadhaar has evolved from a proof of identity into a critical digital public infrastructure, one that enables inclusion, efficiency, and dignity at scale. It works quietly in the background, empowering people to access services, benefits, and opportunities with the ease. The upcoming launch, which we are now going to witness a short moments from now, is another step in this journey, a journey from paper to paperless. It reflects our commitment to make Aadhaar simpler, safer, and more accessible for every resident. This is not just a technology upgrade, it's a mindset shift. People adapting to the system and the platform that adapts to the need of the residents. On this day, we celebrate the trust of over 1 billion residents and dedication of our teams and the spirit of innovation that continues to guide us. The new Aadhaar app stands as a symbol of this promise: technology with purpose, governance with empathy, and digital India with trust at its core. With these words, I once again welcome you all to this UIDI Day and the special event of launching the new Aadhaar app to the nation. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Please welcome CEO UIDAI, Shri Bhuvnesh Kumar, sir, to share his insights with us.
Honorable Minister Shri Jitin Prasad ji, respected Secretary Shri S. Krishnan ji, respected Chairman UIDAI Shri Nilkant Mishra ji, respected member UIDAI Professor Mausam, my colleagues from ministries and organizations, state governments, friends from the media, our early adopters, OVSCs, and ladies and gentlemen. I extend a very hearty welcome to all of you on this occasion of the UIDAI Day. UIDAI was established in 2009 on the 28th of January. The authority decided to celebrate two very important days in the Aadhaar ecosystem. One known as the Aadhaar Day, which is the 29th of September every year, and 28th January, the UIDAI Day. So this is the first time UIDAI Day is being celebrated, just like we celebrated the first time the Aadhaar Day in September last year. So I wish you all a very, very happy UIDAI Day. I joined UIDAI